Something big is happening in the cosmos right now, and if you tune in, it could shift your entire life path. We're entering a rare energetic window, one that has the potential to change how you experience love, abundance, emotional connection, and even your spiritual journey. These aren't just ordinary planetary movements. What's unfolding in early June is what I would call a cosmic homecoming. And when that happens, the universe tends to open doors that were previously locked shut. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what exactly is happening astrologically, why it's so significant, and 7 powerful ways you can work with this energy to manifest more peace, love, clarity, and freedom in your life. There's a portal opening, a window of aligned energy, and you need to know how to walk through it with intention. Stick with me until the end, because I'll not only explain what this means for you personally, but I'll also give you one final piece of insight that ties everything together. And it's something most people will completely overlook. So what's happening in the sky? We are entering a period where 2 major celestial bodies, Venus and Jupiter, are both moving into signs that they absolutely thrive in. On June 6, Venus enters Taurus, a zodiac sign where she's at home. Venus rules Taurus. This means her energy is amplified. She becomes stable, grounded, magnetic, and sensual. Venus in Taurus is the energy of beauty, of physical comfort, of financial stability, and of self-worth. It's about embodiment, about truly living in your body and enjoying your life, whether through love, touch, art, or nature. Just 3 days later, on June 9th, Jupiter enters Cancer. Jupiter is the planet of growth, luck, expansion, and spiritual insight. While he doesn't rule Cancer, this is a sign where he is exalted. That means Jupiter functions at his best in Cancer. His expansive energy is softened and made deeply nurturing. In Cancer, Jupiter brings abundance through emotion, home, family, and the inner world. Together, these 2 placements create what I'm calling the June 2025 Abundance Portal. A rare cosmic window where love, prosperity, healing, and spiritual growth are not only possible, they're pouring in. Let's break this down into 7 transformational ways this portal could shift your life, if you work with it consciously. Number 1, home and heart realignment. This is not just about where you live. It's about how safe you feel in your body, your relationships, and your emotional environment. Jupiter in Cancer asks you to examine your emotional foundations. If your inner world has felt unsettled, this transit may bring things to the surface that you've buried or tried to ignore. That can be painful, yes, but it's also healing, because it's impossible to build expansion on an unstable base. Think about your daily rituals. Do they nurture you? Are your surroundings helping you flourish or draining your energy? This is a perfect time to make small but intentional shifts. You might start decluttering your space, reconnecting with family members, or setting better boundaries with those who leave you feeling emotionally exhausted. If you felt disconnected from your inner child, now is the time to rebuild that relationship. Cancer energy is deeply maternal. You are being invited to mother yourself, to care for your own heart the way you always wish someone else had. That might mean taking a day off to rest, journaling your feelings without judgment, or simply being more gentle with your inner dialogue. Don't underestimate the power of emotional security. Jupiter in Cancer wants to show you that true abundance starts at home, with your own heart. Number 2, wealth and self-worth recalibration. Venus in Taurus is the sacred mirror of value. And in this placement, she doesn't whisper, she demands your attention. If you've been ignoring your self-worth, avoiding difficult conversations about money, or settling in any area of your life, this energy will bring it to light. But here's the good news. This is not a harsh judgment. Venus in Taurus brings a loving nudge, a cosmic encouragement to finally stop betraying your value. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. But you do have to start aligning your outer life with your inner truth. So here's a practice for this portal. Write down 5 areas of your life where you've accepted just enough. Then next to each one, write down what you would choose if you were fully grounded in your worth. Would you be working a job that drains you? Would you be in a relationship where your needs aren't respected? Would you be hiding your voice because you're afraid of being too much? Venus wants you to remember, you were not born to shrink. You were born to create beauty, connection, and abundance. Not by proving yourself, but simply by being in your authentic power. And yes, this includes money. Taurus rules finances and material comfort. This is a great time to look at your budget, ask for a raise, start a savings plan, or even invest in something that expands your long-term sense of security. Not from a place of fear, but from a place of love for your future self. Number 3, the manifestation amplifier. Let's go deeper into this. When we say portal, what we really mean is an energetic alignment, a brief moment where intention and opportunity meet. During this Venus-Jupiter window, your ability to attract what you desire is heightened. But here's the catch. Your manifestations must be grounded. You can't just wish for abundance. You have to embody the version of you who's ready to receive it. So instead of only visualizing, take action. If you're manifesting love, how would the version of you in that partnership show up today? If you're manifesting financial abundance, how would the wealthy version of you treat your time, your energy, your space? You can also use this time to create a physical manifestation altar. Taurus is an earth sign. It loves ritual and beauty. Set up a space with symbols of what you're calling in. Maybe a crystal, a note to your future self, a piece of jewelry that makes you feel empowered. Visit that space daily. Speak your desires aloud. Feel them in your body. This is how you signal to the universe. I'm ready. I trust. I believe. Number 4, releasing resistance to receiving. One of the most under-discussed blocks to abundance is the inability to receive. Most of us are far more comfortable giving. We overextend ourselves. We offer help before it's asked. We pour into others, often to the point of depletion. But when someone offers support, a compliment, a gift, we deflect, we diminish, we tighten up. This Venus-Jupiter portal is an invitation to unlearn that pattern. Ask yourself, what does it feel like to truly receive without guilt? Without feeling like you owe something in return? Without downplaying your joy or worthiness? It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is a doorway. Start small. Let someone help you. Accept praise without qualifying it. Say thank you and really mean it. When money comes in, don't just move past it. Celebrate it, bless it, and affirm that more is on the way. Receiving is a spiritual practice. And this month, the cosmos is your teacher. Number 5, taking aligned action. Let's be clear. This isn't about hustle. It's not about pushing harder, working longer, or forcing your way through blocks. Aligned action is something entirely different. It's quiet, it's powerful, and most importantly, it's deeply personal. Aligned action is when you take a step that reflects who you truly are, even if the outcome is uncertain. It might not make sense to the people around you. It might not even make sense to the part of your brain that's been trained to seek safety through control. But something deeper knows. Something in your body says yes, that yes is your compass. Here's what aligned action could look like. You've been dreaming of starting your own business, but you're stuck in fear. Aligned action doesn't necessarily mean quitting your job tomorrow. It might mean buying the domain name, telling one trusted friend, researching suppliers, taking one step that says, I'm serious about this dream. Or maybe you're in a relationship that feels safe but stagnant. You keep hoping it'll get better. Aligned action might be sitting down for an honest conversation, not from blame, but from clarity, saying, here's what I need, here's what I'm ready for, and then watching how they respond, not with judgment, but with presence. One of the easiest ways to spot aligned action is this. Does it make you feel expansive, even if it scares you? Do you feel a flutter of aliveness, a sense that something important is happening inside you? Aligned action feels like integrity. It feels like truth moving through your body. And in this cosmic portal, the universe is saying, the wind is at your back. It's time to move. Not recklessly, not reactively, but clearly, lovingly, boldly. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You only need to take the next right step. So here's a question for you to sit with. What action have I been postponing? Not because it's wrong, but because it's real. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Give it space. The energy is here to carry you forward. Number 6, awakening intuitive clarity. This portal isn't just opening outer doors, it's unlocking inner ones too. With Jupiter entering Cancer, your intuitive awareness is coming online in a big way, and that means you may start receiving guidance in forms you're not used to. You might get goosebumps for no reason when thinking about a certain path. You might have a dream that feels like a message. You might suddenly feel drained after talking to someone you normally tolerate. These aren't just quirks or coincidences. They are signs, and they're asking you to pay attention. Your intuition doesn't always come in loud, booming messages. Often it whispers, it nudges, it repeats itself gently until you're ready to listen. So slow down, create space. Take a few minutes each morning to check in with yourself. Not just your to-do list, but your truth. Ask, what does my body need today? What energy am I holding that isn't mine? What part of me is asking for attention? Another tool you can use during this transit is water. Cancer is a water sign, and water amplifies intuitive clarity. Take intentional baths or showers. Go to a lake, a river, or the ocean if possible. Sit near water and journal. Let the elements speak to your emotional and psychic body. Also, be mindful of who you share your energy with right now. You may find yourself more sensitive to noise, conflict, or chaos. Honor that. It's not a weakness. It's a signal that your intuition is refining. Finally, notice what you're magnetized toward. You may feel drawn to new books, teachers, topics, or practices. That's not random. Follow the trail. Your future self might be calling. Number 7, stepping into your freedom frequency. Now we reach the core of this portal. The highest frequency available in this moment is freedom, but not the kind of freedom we often think of. Not the escape from responsibility kind. Not the runaway kind. I'm talking about embodied, rooted, soul-level freedom. The kind of freedom where you no longer shapeshift to fit into rooms that don't see you. The kind where you stop betraying your truth to avoid rejection. The kind where your yes means yes, and your no means no. Without apology, without guilt. That's what this cosmic homecoming is about. Because when Venus returns to Taurus and Jupiter comes home to Cancer, the message is clear. Stop running from yourself. The safest place you can be is rooted in your own truth. So how do you step into that kind of freedom? You start by reclaiming the parts of yourself you put in hiding, the desires you silenced, the dreams you shelved, the instincts you doubted. You don't have to act on all of it overnight, but you do have to bring it back into the light. Start small. Speak up when you'd normally stay silent. Choose rest instead of pushing. Ask for what you need. Say yes to what lights you up. Say no to what dims your light. And then trust the response. Freedom is not about controlling outcomes. It's about honoring your soul and letting the chips fall where they may. One of the most powerful journal prompts during this window is this: if I were fully free to be myself, what would I stop doing? And what would I start doing today? Don't filter your answer, let it pour out. Let it surprise you. That's the voice of your inner wisdom. That's the version of you that this portal wants to activate. And here's what most people will miss. Stepping into your freedom frequency is not about arriving at some distant goal. It's about becoming the version of yourself who is already free, right here, right now. That's the magic of alignment. When your soul and your choices match, the universe doesn't have to push. It flows. Doors open, people show up, opportunities find you. You don't have to chase, you just have to become. And that's what this portal is really about. So now, take a breath. Let all of this settle in. You don't need to rush to implement every insight from this portal. You don't need to have every step figured out. All you need is a willingness to listen, to your body, to your heart, to the quiet knowing that's always been there. These transits are rare, but their purpose is timeless: to bring you back to yourself, to remind you that you are worthy of love without conditions, that your desires are sacred, that abundance is not something you chase, it's something you allow. And most of all, that freedom isn't out there somewhere. It begins inside you. So here's your invitation. Take one aligned step, one act of self-honoring, one moment of full presence. That's how you walk through this portal. That's how you change your life from the inside out. And now I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me, what are you ready to receive through this Venus-Jupiter portal? What are you calling in? Emotionally, spiritually, financially, creatively? Share your intention. Claim your vision. Declare your next chapter. If this video spoke to something deep inside you, please hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this content matters, and it helps others on the same path find this message too. And if you're not yet part of this growing soul-led community, I'd love for you to subscribe to Fast Lane to Freedom. This channel is here to guide you through the cosmic shifts, the inner growth, and the quantum leaps that are already waiting for you. So wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in your journey, keep listening, keep trusting, keep choosing the version of you that feels the most real, the most whole, the most free, because your fast lane to freedom, it's not a future destination. It's a decision you get to make right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for walking this path with me. I'll see you in the next video.